Hello my sugar plums, welcome back to my channel guys. In today's video I'm gonna be showing you how to make this little fantasy skies 3D resin art. Now on the last video I showed you how to make those hollow shelf right there. Now for this one I made a bigger sphere one, and like I said, you can use any shape to make those hollow shelf, and we're gonna go ahead and use them. I'm gonna be showing you how to use them. You can use them in so many different ways guys, but in today's video I wanted to do like a very fantasy like moon cloudy skies, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. And for my skies, for my cloud guys, I'm gonna be using this soft clay from a company called Daiso. It's a Japanese company and they make the most beautiful soft clay, so I'm gonna be using that. Everything that I use guys, as always, I'm gonna be leaving for you in the description box below inside my Amazon store, so you can just go ahead if you want to take a go at it, you can go ahead and use them. But basically what I do with the clay, you're gonna just kind of knead it a little bit, and every time that you knead it, you're gonna knit it and rip it until it become extremely fluffy. So by the time that you use like the clay, you keep kneading it for like maybe 4 or 5 minutes, it will become extremely fluffy and it start crumble up. Now what I do, I go ahead and let it crumble up and then let it dry overnight, because the clay is kind of moist, so I let it completely dry overnight to remove any moisture on it, because you're gonna put it in resin, and resin and water doesn't like it doesn't mix. So once it's done, this is like overnight, and then my cloud is ready. So now we're ready to go, and I'm using a brand new UV resin today, and it's from a company called Jedection, and it's not a sponsor guys. I bought this myself on Amazon, but I absolutely love this resin because it have literally no smell to it, no smell at all. And the pack come with 3 and they are 100 gram each, so it's pretty they are pretty big. So I'm gonna be using that resin instead of the less resin because I ran out, so I wanted to use something different, and this one was the one that have like the most positive reviews on Amazon, so that's the one I got. And also I went and make my little moons on the side, and I'm gonna be using the yellow moon. And for the yellow moon, because I wanted to glow, I use a glow in the dark powder to make it, and I made those basically just kind of on the plastic, just plastic sheet, just do a little bit of UV resin, do my little moon shape, and that's it. The moons were ready to go, and we're gonna be using one of the yellow glow in the dark moon for that piece right there. Now in a little bowl, I'm just gonna go ahead and mix my different resin color, and because I want it to be more like a sunsetty type color, I'm gonna be using lemon yellow, violet, and orange, and as well as sky blue. Now those are the 4 colors that I'm gonna be using, and you really don't need a lot because the low space inside the sphere that you're using, it's not that much. So I love doing those pieces guys because they are so beautiful to make. You can make like so many different things. You can create like a 3D art inside those low hollow shape, and then make like crazy fantasy looking stuff. It's amazing, and you don't even need to use a lot of resin. So we're gonna start by using some clear resin at the bottom, and I'm just using my clear resin because I want the bottom part of the cloud to be very white and without much color in them. So I'll just go ahead and put my little clear UV resin at the bottom, and then also I wanted to introduce a lot of bubbles in the cloud, and I'm using a toothpicks to do that because guys, it just so when you're using resin, if you use like a wood piece or to kind of stir it, it just introduces a lot of bubbles in it instead of using like a plastic thing, because the wood is kind of porous, so it's gonna have the resin gonna try to sip in it, and it's gonna create a lot of bubbles. So I wanted to have a lot of bubble, and like I say, I'm trying to do like a fantasy cloudy moon sky with a lot of bubble. Almost when you look at it, it'll almost be like water on it, like a sky underwater type vibe. That's what I was going for. So I went and I'm gonna go ahead and put all my little clouds, and you're gonna kind of shape them, push them where you want. And I wanted to have have a tiny little bit of the yellow at the bottom, and I'm using just a tiny little bit of the lemon yellow at the bottom, just so the bottom have a tiny bit of color in it, not a lot. And then I'm gonna cure it. Now this piece took me about maybe an hour to do. It only take you that long to do, just because you have to cure. You have to keep curing in between, so that's where the whole time basically goes to by the curing. Now this is my first curing, and you can see it's pretty clear with just a little bit of yellow. Again, every time you do a layer, you're gonna need to put a little bit of clear, and then your colors and your clouds, just go with whatever you want to do, guys. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let you watch this part. Basically, I'm just gonna keep adding clear, keep adding my cloud, adding more colors, using my toothpicks, stir it a little bit. When I have a lot of bubbles in it, I'm just gonna cue it and then fix the cloud where you wanna put them. And then when I get to the very, very, very top, I'm just gonna go ahead and add my low moon piece on it, and then add more cloud, and then do more solid colors. Basically, the higher you go into the sphere, on your shape, you're gonna add more solid color and less clear, if that makes sense, because you want the color to be more prominent than having clear. And as you can see, this one right here, you have a little bit more of the orange and the purple showing up. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you finish watching this part, and I will come back in a few moments, just but this part is just kind of repeat itself. I'm just gonna let you watch this part, and I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so now we're back. Now my piece is completely done. You can see you have that pretty moon on it. The colors are so beautiful. I love the way it look. But now we have to clean it up and do a final coat, because it's not, you've been handling the sphere itself, it's not glossy. We have to bring the glossiness and the shininess to it. But first, what I'm gonna be doing, I'm just gonna go ahead with your nail filer or any type of sandpaper that you have. I'm just gonna go and round the top part, because mine is a sphere, so you need to round it so it doesn't have any sharp edges. And I'm just gonna using this nail filer right there to kind of do that. And once I'm done, I went and cleaned it up with some alcohol, and this is what it looked like. You can see the top part have rounded now, but you have like this sandpaper rough looking piece on top of it. Now it's time to go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and shine the top part and give it a coat of resin. Now first thing you're gonna be doing, I'm just gonna go ahead and drill my little holes. Now I'm using one of the small jewelry drill, and mine is electric. Make it a lot more easier for me. Now this is the hook I'm gonna be using. Now this one, it doesn't screw up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try to make it sure it's like fit into the hole perfectly first, and then remove it and add some resin on top of it, and then we're gonna put it back again, and then we're gonna cure it for about like 30 seconds. We don't have to worry about this because it's gonna be curing for a while after that. So once that is done, we'll make sure that it's secure there, it's not gonna move. Now you're gonna need like one of those flathead thingy, I can't remember the name right now, plier. You're gonna need a flathead plier, and then you're gonna kind of hold it, and then you're gonna need like a rubber band or like a hair tie or anything that can kind of hold that plier together, so that way it doesn't move. It will be easier for you. I'm gonna be showing you what I'm trying to explain in a moment once the video show to it, but right now I'm showing you. I put my little resin on top, and then put my little hook there, and then I put it under the UV lamp, and then cure it for like 30 seconds. Now one of the things that I want to make sure that guys, whenever you're curing your UV resin, make sure you don't have like any open like resin that's sitting there, because it will cure. So make sure to be careful with your lamp and your resin. Now this is what I'm talking about. Once you have your plier holding the little hook, you put your rubber band or hair tie on the back, and that way you don't have to hold it and have pressure on your hand all the time, because it's already firm and hold by itself. So once you have that, I have put a little bit of clear resin on a little silicone tray, and then I'm using like a flat fluffy brush to kind of brush the resin on top of it, and that way you have like a very nice thin even coat on it. And this brush is dedicated especially for the UV resin. Make sure you don't use your lamp anywhere near the brush while you have the UV resin on it. So make sure to put those away from the lamp so it doesn't cure. And to clean it is very easy. I just use alcohol with like some kitchen paper and wipe it, and it will come off. And then that brush, you can use it over and over and over again. But this is that part right here. This is how you put the resin on top of it, and you can see I'm kind of spin it a little bit before I put it inside the lip, just because resin itself it's gonna level itself. It's gonna make sure you don't have any streak, everything gonna be nice and smooth. And then I went and put it under my UV lamp for 1 minute, and then while you have to still holding it for that 1 minute and spin it so it can cure evenly, so that way you don't have any drop showing. But this is what it look after 1 minute. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put it back inside my UV lamp again one more time, and I'm gonna cure it like 2 minutes on each side. Yes, because we want to make sure it's nice and cure and it's not have any tackiness to it or anything. So cure it to the best you can on each side. Make sure you keep splitting it, spinning it, and then cure it, spin it, cure it until you cure all the four side and the top part. Now this is the finished part. This is what it look like. It's time to remove it from my plier. It's gonna fall bum, but that's okay. It's fine. So this is what it look like. You can see now it's nice and shiny, and the colors are very nice and vibrant. And I'll give you a close-up soon, guys. You can see all the bubbles that's in it. It's absolutely beautiful. Now I'm gonna be using that on a kitchen, so I have made a little bit of like little hook. You can just attach it to your kitchen or to your backpack, or you know, wherever you want to do it. Or you can have like a very nice big pendant if you want a statement piece. But this is how easy it is to make those 3D pieces, guys. I'm sorry if you hear like a dog barking. That's my neighbor dog, but you know, we love dogs. So but this is what it look like. Absolutely stunning, guys. I hope you love this video. If you want to see more of those type of video, let me know. We can make more of stuff showing you how to make more art inside those little resin hollow shape. And that's it for this week, guys. I'll see you soon, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friend and family. And if you do, it's your first time here, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I love you so much. And if you are no subscriber, thank you again for being here. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video, guys, but until then, you know the drill. Be blessed and stay blessed. I love you. Bye. Mwah.